Thank you for attending this seminar. The speaker for this seminar is Yuri Naruse from the Japan Student Services Organization. So Naruse-san, over to you.
Hello everyone, this is JASSO. Today, I would like to give you a basic introduction to studying in Japan. First, please watch the video titled Study in Japan Basic Introduction. This video will take about 15 minutes. We cover several topics such as school and exams, life in Japan, and scholarships. After the video, I will answer any questions you may have about study in Japan. All right, let's watch the video.
Hello everyone, this is Japan Student Services Organization JASSO, and in this video, we'll be giving you some basic introduction to studying in Japan. For a start, what are the advantages of studying in Japan? Number 1, world-class educational standards. The biggest appeal of studying abroad in Japan is the opportunity to learn about Japan. Japan is a world leader in the field of science. The automobiles, digital cameras, fiber optics, artificial hearts, and other products are recognized around the world. Many of these products have become an essential part of people's lives. Japanese educational institutions do not just develop your academic abilities, they also instill personal values such as proper behavior in relationships and earns high praise from international students. Number 2, affordable academic fees. Academic fees in Japan are much lower than in the United States or the United Kingdom. For instance, tuition fees at Japan's national universities are about 1/3 that of public universities in the United States. There are also various financial support programs for international students in Japan. Number 3, international environment. Around 300,000 international students from around 180 regions and countries are now studying at Japanese universities, Japanese language institutes, and other schools here. Studying in Japan offers you the chance to learn about not just Japan, but the whole world. In addition, more and more Japanese institutions are offering degree programs in English so that the need to learn Japanese does not become a necessity. This is the data of international students as of May 1st last year. There were about 310,000 international students from more than 190 countries studying in Japan. Number 4, rich nature and culture. Japan is known for its rich natural environment and 4 seasons: spring, summer, fall, and winter. Surrounded by the sea, Japan has fostered a unique culture since ancient times. Traditional culture such as the tea ceremony and flower arrangement now coexists with pop culture elements such as anime and manga. Number 5, employment in Japan. Japan is hiring more and more talented international students regardless of their nationality. They energize their organizations with diverse thinking and perspectives and serve as international go-betweens. Japan has many blue-chip companies with world-beating technology and top market shares. Working in Japan can be a great opportunity to accumulate knowledge and experience that will help your future. Before we get into admission preparations, let's take a look at the Japanese educational system. There are 5 types of higher education institutions in Japan accepting international students. The graduate schools and universities are centers for advanced learning. you will earn bachelor's degrees from universities and master's and doctoral degrees from graduate schools. Junior colleges provide practical skills to be put to use in work after graduation, awarding associate degrees. Professional training colleges offer a diploma title upon graduation. The colleges of technology, also known as KOSEN, offer education programs focused on lab works and practical works, awarding associate degrees. KOSEN develops hands-on engineers with world-class expertise. There are also many international students studying Japanese language at Japanese language institutes in Japan. These are the 7 steps to join a university or professional training college as a regular student. Step 1. Gather information. Check necessary language skills and costs. Step 2. Choose a school 12 months before you start. Request for school information and application forms. Also make sure to confirm the admission requirements and required examinations. Step 3. Take the tests required by your school of choice. These may include EJU and language tests such as JLPT, TOEFL, or IELTS. Step 4. Apply 6 to 9 months before you start. Send necessary documents to the school and pay the application fee. Step 5. Take the entrance exam. After passing the document screening, take the entrance exam and attend the interview. Step 6. Receive permission to enroll and pay your tuition fees to begin the entry process. Step 7. Travel preparations. Apply for a visa and purchase your flight ticket and insurance. Now that you know the steps you need to take, you need to make sure you meet the admission requirements. Undergraduate programs require 12 years of schooling and completion of secondary education. In general, applicants must be at least 18 years old. For master's course or the first phase of doctoral programs, a bachelor or equivalent degree is required, and applicants must be at least 22 years old. For doctoral programs, applicants should be a master or an equivalent degree holder. How about language proficiency requirements? In general, lectures in Japanese universities, especially at the undergraduate level, are conducted in Japanese language. Japanese language proficiency is required as shown here. Therefore, in most cases, international students study Japanese language at a Japanese language institute before applying to universities. In graduate school, as for science and engineering courses, the expected level of Japanese language proficiency varies depending on the research lab. Please check with the graduate school of your choice for the requirements. You can also look up Japanese language proficiency requirements for applications from JASSO's website. There is a separate video on EJU, so check that out for more information about it. If you're applying for a course taught in English, English language proficiency is required as shown here. Please make sure to confirm again about the required scores stated in the latest application guidelines of the school of your choice. Courses at graduate schools are divided into 2 parts: master's program or first phase of the doctoral program of 2 years, and second phase of the doctoral program of 3 years. You may be admitted directly to a regular degree program, but in some cases, international students are required to go through a non-degree research student phase where they will prepare for a degree program or just conduct research. For graduate schools with April intake, the majority of schools start their application period from July to October. When applying to graduate schools, it's very important to write a good and comprehensive comprehensive research plan. While searching for schools, you should also identify a possible academic advisor who is doing research that is similar or related to yours. In your research plan, state the title, objective, research question or background, methodology, conclusion, and references. Moving on to life in Japan. How much will be enough to cover the living cost while studying in Japan? According to our survey, the average monthly living cost of international students in Japan is about $850. Living expenses in big cities are relatively higher compared to rural areas. International students are allowed to work part-time in Japan for up to 28 hours a week. About 75% of international students are working part-time. The average monthly income is about 59,000 Japanese yen, which is equivalent to about $530. While preparing to further your studies, you might encounter agents who emphasize that you can earn a lot of money by studying in Japan. However, it is not true that you can earn 300,000 Japanese yen or $2,700 per month by doing part-time jobs while studying in Japan. If you intend to go to Japan to study through an agency arrangement, please do a thorough background check on the agent beforehand. This table shows the tuition fees for students who were accepted by a Japanese university as a regular student. For the first year, you need to pay an admission fee in addition to the tuition. Please note that the academic fees in private universities are diverse depending on majors and courses. This table shows the tuition fees of Japanese language courses at private universities or junior colleges, and Japanese language educational institutions. There are two types of financial assistance for international students: scholarships and tuition exemption or reduction by each university. Most of the scholarships become available after you arrive in Japan with the recommendation from your school. However, there are scholarships that you can apply for before coming to Japan. Number 1, Japanese Government MEC Scholarship is a full scholarship providing monthly stipend, tuition, and round-trip airfares. You can apply at the Japanese Embassy. Number 2, JASSO Student Exchange Support Program is for the exchange students coming to Japan based on the exchange agreements between universities. Please check with your home university for available programs. After admission or enrollment in a Japanese university, students may apply for MEC Honors Scholarship or scholarships by private foundations and local governments. In general, applications are made by the Japanese universities. There are scholarships you can directly apply by yourself, but there aren't many. Please understand that financial assistance schemes introduced here are not for all students. Selection is based on academic merit and is for students with good academic standing or those who achieved high scores in the entrance exams. Most Japanese universities have tuition exemption or reduction schemes which international students can also apply for. Information related to application qualifications, major fields of study, medium of instruction, and on-campus scholarships for Japanese graduate schools, universities, and junior colleges is available on JASSO's website. University degree courses offered in English are also listed. However, please contact the respective universities for the latest information. You can also find information on scholarships on JASSO's website. As mentioned earlier, Vast employment opportunities are one of the pull factors for international students. For those wondering about employment, the Japanese government is encouraging international students to stay and work in Japan after graduation. As you can see in this graph, the number of international students who find employment at Japanese companies are increasing every year. There are many job fairs specially organized for international students in Japan, and each university has a career advising center to help students find a job. Even if you are unable to find a job before graduation, you can still continue to engage in job-seeking activities for one more year by obtaining a special visa with recommendation from your university. So take advantage of this to find a job that suits your skills and goals. If you want more information about studying in Japan, visit the Study in Japan website. You can also get information on studying in Japan from our Study in Japan Basic Guide. At each of the 5 JASSO International offices, visit us in person or contact us by telephone or email for a personal consultation. We also have various reading materials regarding studying in Japan. Preparing to study in Japan might seem difficult due to various factors such as differences in education systems, complicated procedures, costs, and language. But with determination and careful planning, we believe you can overcome all the obstacles. Thank you for watching, and see you in Japan!
Okay, I hope you understand our video in the introduction on study in Japan. Now, let's move on to the question and answer session. If you have a question, please type into the chat box. There are also many questions before this session. I will answer some of it. Okay, it looks like we have many questions about scholarship. Question: I would like to know the condition for receiving the JASSO International Student Scholarship. To answer your question, there are 2 types of JASSO scholarships. One is Monbu Kakusho Honored Scholarships for privately financed international students include below 2 cases. Number 1, scholarships provided to privately funded finance students enrolled in Japanese universities, graduate schools, junior colleges, College of Technologies, vocational schools, preparatory education courses, and Japanese language education institutions. Number 2, students who achieve high scores on the examination for Japanese University Admission for International Students, EJU, qualify for scholarship reservation system. And the other is Student Exchange Support Program, scholarship for short-term study in Japan. Accepts students who plan to study in Japan for 8 days to 1 year, while enrolled in an overseas higher education institution that has established student exchange agreements with Japanese higher education institutions. The scholarships amount rewarded 1,800 yen per month. For further information, Please check with the school in your country where you are currently enrolled. JASSO has established criteria for applying, so please check the website for details. All of these scholarships recommended candidates to JASSO through the school they are enrolled in, but the selection method differs from school to school. For detail on the application requirements, please check the Study in Japan website or EJU website. The next question is about applying to Japan University from overseas. Question: considering the influence of COVID-19, how should I prepare to study abroad in Japan now? Please tell me how to take the exam directly from overseas and how to obtain information regarding universities accepting overseas applicants. To answer your question, many schools appear to be switching to online classes as a measure against COVID-19. So please check your acceptance status by emailing the school of your choice or checking the application guidelines on the school's website. There is a school search function on the Study in Japan website. So you can check whether each school has an online application or full rival admission system. Okay, next, we have a question about university rankings. I would like to know which universities and faculties are popular in Japan. If you have a list of university rankings, please share it. To answer your question, currently, the top list measures of international students studying in Japan are in the humanities, social sciences, engineering, basic chemistry, computer science, biology, and medical fields, which also place at the top level globally. Regarding university rankings, there are rankings created by various organizations based on their own perspectives and standards, but there is no official rankings by the Japanese government. Just because the ranking is high does not mean that the school is suitable for you. It is important to talk to teachers and seniors who have studied abroad, as well as collect information from websites such as those of JASSO and the schools you are interested in. Remember, the most important thing is to find a school that's a good fit for you. So it's time to finish the session. If you want more information about studying in Japan, please visit the Study in Japan website. You can also find information on scholarships on this site. To find our site, you can simply look up Study in Japan. The contact information can be found there. Please send an email. We will also be holding the Study in Japan Virtual Fair 2020, hosted by JASSO. Please check out our event website for informational videos regarding EJU as well as Japanese government next scholarships. This is all for JASSO session. We hope that your studies in Japan prove fruitful. Thank you very much for joining us today.
Thank you for attending this seminar today. We hope you have a nice day or a pleasant evening. Thank you.